What would you like to see from the Obama administration working for gay rights?
Anything. So far, the Obama administration has been a miserable failure in terms of gay rights. I don't know what he's worried about, what he's afraid of. It really is very disappointing. Very disappointing.
What do you think would make him get more active?
I don't think he wants to tell you the truth. I really don't. I think he's avoiding this like the plague. For some reason, he's cozying up with Rick Warren and those other people who are not with us. Same thing with reproductive rights. I'm sorry. The two issues that I care most about, Obama is failing miserably on.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the president be honest. He's a constitutional scholar. I think gay rights boils down to whether or not the Constitution is going to honor its promise of treating all of its citizens equal under the law. And I wish he would rise above politics, which is what he promised during the campaign. And the fact that he hasn't is really disappointing.
Campaign commitment isn't enough. You need action. And to say it'll come later, at a time when it's more convenient, isn't appropriate. You know, the economy is important, but, you know, rights are the first. That's why we're in the United States.
Okay.
We need to support them.
And why do you think he sort of hesitated to take action on this?
I think he and his advisors see it as a potentially divisive issue, but if you look at the numbers, support for LGBT rights is growing, and you know history will show that he was making the right choice if he makes the choice now.
I'm Marcos Molitzis, I'm founder of Daily Coast, and the question's on equality and what Obama should do. Clearly, this is one of our sort of seminal civil rights issues of our era. It's one of the last bastions of unsanctioned or of sanctioned discrimination against a class of people, and it really honestly cannot stand. I think we're definitely moving in a direction. I mean, youth are leading the way. You look at the polling, obviously, it is the most tolerant generation of all of them, and there doesn't seem to be any sign of that abating. So over time, I think we're going to see more and more acceptance of issues like gay marriage. Civil unions has become sort of a default position when it used to be a radical and crazy idea just 4 years ago. So we're clearly moving in the right direction. What Obama could do, obviously, I think he needs to, as quickly as is feasible, eliminate don't ask, don't tell. I think he needs to work towards allowing gays to openly serve in the military. And we need to see... I'm not going to say he should be pushing for gay marriage. I don't know if the country at large is ready for that. But on issues of workplace discrimination, clearly there should be movement in that way. In an issue that really isn't as controversial as gay marriage may be. So there are steps we can take. I think we're moving in the right direction. Gay marriage is a state's issue right now. It should be fought at the state level, and it's being fought at the state levels. And I suspect that in 10 years, people are going to look back and wonder why we were so bigoted and crazy the way we look back to the pre-civil rights era. I wonder why African Americans were treated the way they were treated. So we're in the right direction. And I think it's honestly being led by the youth.
The first thing that President Obama needs to do right away is eliminate don't ask, don't tell. There's all the political will necessary to do it, and it's totally unclear to me why he has not yet done it. He needs to repeal DOMA. And then we need to start working on the real issues. You know, honestly, I think healthcare is a big LGBT issue. You know, veterans' rights. I mean, a lot of the stuff that is just a progressive issue is going to benefit LGBT folks as well. But until he starts removing the stuff that is preventing us from accessing the civil rights that all the other citizens have access to, we can't really start moving forward on those other agendas.
We want to see DOMA repealed. We want to see Don't Ask, Don't Tell done away with. We actually want to see a full support of marriage equality, not just civil unions. And when he talks about marriage equality, not framing it in terms of religion, which I think he concedes too much to religion, and disconnecting from the public that it's a civil issue as opposed to not ceding the word marriage to religion.
From the Obama administration, well, I like to see a more affirmative position, so rather than hiding and playing defensive games. I'd like to see, affirmative action on both Don't Ask, Don't Tell, but also to move towards at least enacting a repeal of Don't Ask, DOMA, and maybe moving towards actually not hiding from gay marriage as well.
Okay.